Thank you, Chief Justice. Thank you for the kindness in your words on this one. You scared me earlier on, but this was great. And I want to thank all of you also, because while this talks about the homeless court and the 30 homeless court sessions we've done at Stand Down, this was really built upon the assistance, the work of scores of people. And while it might be my name on this, I'd be remiss if I did not reiterate Nikki, my wife, my friends who are here who have supported me throughout the years, to Mike Roddy, to Judge So, Judge Detta, who's not featured there, Desiree Bruce Lyle, scores of judges in the San Diego bench, scores of clerks who volunteer to arrive at homeless court sessions and monthly sessions held at local homeless shelters without the creature comforts of the courthouse, shall we say, totally exposed to our homeless participants, but realizing that not only are we moving cases along, we're helping people transform their lives. And we deal with not just the quality of life, public nuisance offenses that most people think about when they think about homeless folks. We're dealing with a whole slew, the full range of misdemeanor offenses that really are impediment to them reintegrating into our communities. And we're doing that because we're working with our homeless service agencies. We're working with the community at large who's helping us realize our goals. And so it's not just us criminal justice practitioners, it's the community at large that's helping transform lives. And it's the court, both the bench as well as our clerks, that are really extending themselves day in, day out. But I'd be remiss if I didn't include our prosecutors and the support I received through the Public Defender's Office to help make this possible over the years. And we met many challenges financially, structurally. You know the courts are having a tough time day in, day out, year after year, and yet they keep extending themselves. And if we want our homeless citizens to extend themselves, we have to model that. If we're having a hard time, it should be no surprise that they're having a hard time making it off the streets. And the laws that we have on our books that are supposed to bring justice and order to our community, in many respects, simply push them further and further outside of our realm. But I'd be remiss also if I didn't thank the Judicial Council, not just Your Honor, but all the others who are working here. And I think Francine's here. I don't know, Francine Byrne. I don't know if Carrie Zoller's here. I think Michael Roosevelt's on vacation. But staff is remarkable, not just in putting this event together, but doing the day in, day out work that makes our everyday possible. And our courts deserve that recognition. They deserve the attention and the credit for what happens day in, day out, and for the development of collaborative justice across this nation. Because Homeless Court in San Diego was the first collaborative justice problem-solving court in the nation that arose simultaneously when Drug Court was built in Florida in 1989. And since, all have grown across the nation because they realized the traditional conviction, punishment that we thought at one point defined the problem and then ostensibly solved the problem wasn't really getting us to where we needed to be public service-wise or public safety-wise. But I also want to extend this to Judge Gordon Branco and the other judges who have helped consult and build homeless court across this nation. Lives have been transformed. So I retired last March. But just before I went, there was one gentleman who had a series of petty thefts going into a convenience store, day in, day out, walking out with alcohol. It wasn't until he got a little, shall we say, physical, that the store got upset. And when we finally met and he presented proof of all he had accomplished in his program activities, and we reviewed the discovery of his case, he was appalled with his own behavior. He said, candidly, I wasn't on my best. Candidly, I was blacked out. I don't remember all of this. But he went back to the convenience store, offered up an apology, offered to make any kind of assistance that would help set it right with them. They in turn said, we knew you were in a bad way. We were worried about what was happening with you day in, day out. We're just happy to know now that you have been able to reclaim your life, that you're in a better spot. And thanks for your offer. We declined. They all gave him hugs. They brought the pharmacist out. They brought the manager out. And they all had this moment where they understood each other a little bit more clearly, and they understood more specifically what was going on under the headline of that offense. Prosecution called to verify that story. They sent an investigator out. They said, it's exactly as you say. And given all that this gentleman accomplished in his program, yes, we'll dismiss his case. Just before the old San Diego courthouse closed, a gentleman approaches me. I said, you might not remember me. I came to homeless court through Veterans Village of San Diego. You helped me resolve my cases. You didn't just save me, you saved my family, my children, my parents. I am now working on North Island, pulling in 6 figures, helping to rebuild Plains. We have that power within us. We've demonstrated ourselves. We can extend ourselves, our work, and reach our fullest accomplishment in our professions and extend justice, promote access to justice, and build confidence in the court when we're building individuals' lives and providing opportunity when we access treatment providers and we reach outside ourselves. And really, I'm pleased, I'm humbled, I'm honored by all of this. But it's been a pleasure working with all of you over the years. And I know I don't know probably half the people in this room, but I know somehow or another you've decided to spend your time here this evening and support our other recipients and continue to do your work. So I thank you all.